Welcome to the Bedtime Lab, where we transform your nights into journeys of wonder and relaxation. As you gently settle into a restful state, let us embark on a delightful exploration of space elevators and skyhooks, two concepts that blend the marvels of science with the whispers of dreams. These ideas stretch the imagination like the gentle pull of a distant star's light, coaxing curiosity while soothing the mind. Now, if your eyes are feeling heavy and your thoughts are drifting like clouds on a summer's day, you're in the perfect state to absorb these sleepy facts. As you listen, feel free to share where you're joining us from in the comments. It's always comforting to know we're sharing these magical moments with friends from all corners of the globe. Let me share something interesting with you. Did you know that the concept of space elevators was first proposed in the late 19th century? That's right, even before the first airplane took flight, visionary thinkers were already dreaming of tethering our world to the stars. This early idea was inspired by the Eiffel Tower, a wonder of its time which sparked imaginations about reaching even higher. Imagine this: a ribbon stretching from Earth's surface all the way into space, approximately 36,000 kilometers long. That's the fundamental idea behind a space elevator. This ribbon would be anchored to a platform on the equator and connected to a counterweight in space. The forces of gravity and centrifugal force work in harmony to keep it taut, like a cosmic tightrope. Speaking of materials, did you know that scientists are exploring the use of carbon nanotubes to construct space elevators? These tiny tubes are incredibly strong and lightweight, offering the potential to withstand the immense forces involved. In fact, they are believed to be up to 100 times stronger than steel, yet as light as a feather. Can you imagine building something so delicate yet powerful? Here's a fascinating fact. A space elevator could significantly reduce the cost of transporting materials to space. Currently, it costs tens of thousands of dollars per kilogram to launch payloads using traditional rockets. With a space elevator, these costs could potentially drop to just a few $100s per kilogram. Picture a future where space travel becomes as common as taking a train ride. And speaking of skyhooks, these are another captivating idea for reaching beyond our atmosphere. Unlike space elevators, skyhooks don't connect to Earth's surface, but instead orbit the planet. They act like giant cranes, swinging down to pick up payloads and passengers, then lifting them into higher orbits. In essence, they are the cosmic counterparts of amusement park rides, offering both thrill and practicality. Did you know that skyhooks could potentially be built using existing technology? While space elevators rely on future advancements, skyhooks present a more immediate opportunity for expanding our reach into space. Imagine one day booking a ticket on a skyhook for a leisurely journey to a space hotel where you could gaze down at Earth from the comfort of a cozy room. Here's something to ponder. Why build a space elevator on Earth when we could construct one on the Moon or Mars? The gravitational pull on these celestial bodies is much weaker, making the engineering challenges easier to overcome. Imagine visiting a future moon base where supplies and people are transported smoothly along a lunar elevator. Let me share this with you. The counterweight of a space elevator could be as simple as an asteroid. By capturing and attaching an asteroid to the end of the tether, it provides the necessary mass to keep the ribbon taut. This not only solves an engineering problem, but also offers a tantalizing opportunity to mine the asteroid for valuable resources. It's like having a cosmic treasure chest at your fingertips. And here's something fascinating to consider. Space elevators and skyhooks could play a crucial role in humanity's quest to reach Mars and beyond. By providing a reliable and cost-effective means of transport, these technologies could serve as the backbone of future interplanetary missions. Imagine spaceports bustling with activity as cargo and passengers embark on journeys to new worlds. Sometimes it seems that these ideas belong more to the realm of science fiction than reality. Yet, they remind us of the power of human imagination and ingenuity. Just as the first airplanes once seemed impossible, so too do space elevators and skyhooks beckon us to dream bigger. After all, who could have imagined that we'd one day send probes beyond our solar system or gaze at pictures from the surface of Mars? As we gently drift through these dreams of the future, consider how these ideas challenge our understanding of what's possible. They invite us to look beyond the horizon and wonder what other marvels lie in wait. And as you nestle into the comfort of your bed, let these sleepy facts guide you into a restful sleep, filled with visions of the awe-inspiring universe that awaits us all. Thank you for joining us on this serene exploration of space elevators and skyhooks. Remember to share your thoughts and where you're from in the comments below. Sleep well, dear friend, and may your dreams be as vast and wondrous as the cosmos itself. As you settle into the tranquility of your space, let your imagination soar alongside these intriguing facts. Have you ever wondered why the equator is the chosen spot for a space elevator's base? The Earth spins fastest at the equator, creating the maximum centrifugal force needed to keep the tether straight and stable. It's like the carousel of Earth spinning beneath the ribbon, ensuring it remains stretched out in space. And speaking of stability, did you know that even a slight wobble in the space elevator's tether could be corrected with precision thrusters placed along the ribbon? These thrusters would fine-tune the position, ensuring a smooth and safe ride to the stars. It's like having a celestial orchestra conductor, ensuring every note is perfectly in place. Imagine for a moment the journey along a space elevator. Passengers would experience a gradual transition from Earth's gravity to the weightlessness of space. The ride could take around a week, offering ample time to gaze out at the changing view of our planet, a serene blue marble suspended in the void. Can you picture a leisurely ascent, where each day brings a new perspective? Here's something that might surprise you. The idea of a space elevator isn't limited to our planet alone. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, is another candidate where such marvels could be constructed. This icy moon, with its subsurface ocean, could one day host an elevator bringing explorers to its intriguing alien seas. Imagine the discoveries waiting beneath the ice, perhaps even life. And here's a creative thought. The energy harnessed during the ascent and descent of climbers on a space elevator could be recycled to power the system. This regenerative process would make the elevator not only a marvel of transportation, but also a beacon of sustainable technology. It's like turning a cosmic commute into an energy-generating dance. Have you ever thought about the challenges of building a space elevator over water? The Earth's vast oceans provide a stable and vast platform, reducing the potential for terrestrial obstacles and providing an added layer of safety in case of emergencies. It's as if the sea itself cradles the structure, providing a gentle foundation. Speaking of safety, did you know that climbers on a space elevator could be equipped with parachutes as a cautionary measure? In the unlikely event of a malfunction, these safety devices would allow for a gradual descent back to Earth. It's like having a backup parachute for those who dare to dance with the cosmos. Imagine the potential for space elevators on other planets, places where the gravity is different and the challenge is unique. Mars, with its thin atmosphere and lower gravity, presents an intriguing possibility for such a structure. Picture the red dust swirling around as a climber ascends, heading towards the Martian moons for a closer look at the mysterious Phobos and Deimos. And here's something that might spark your curiosity. Skyhooks, unlike space elevators, could potentially reduce the effects of space radiation on travelers. By spending less time in high radiation zones, it's like a gentle hand guiding them safely through the perils of space. Did you know that a space elevator on the moon could be constructed with existing materials? The moon's weaker gravity means that the tether wouldn't need to be as strong, making this vision more attainable with today's technology. It's as if the moon itself is beckoning us, offering a more accessible path to the stars. And speaking of paths, imagine how space elevators and skyhooks could revolutionize our approach to planetary defense. By providing quick and efficient access to space, these technologies could enable us to intercept potential threats, like asteroids, before they reach Earth. It's as if we're building a celestial shield, protecting our home with ingenuity and foresight. Here's another intriguing possibility. Combining space elevators and skyhooks could create a comprehensive transport network across the solar system. This network could facilitate the movement of goods and people between Earth, the Moon, Mars, and beyond. It's as if we're laying the groundwork for an interstellar railway, connecting distant worlds in a cosmic embrace. Have you ever considered how space elevators could impact global communications? By placing satellites along the tether, we could create a new layer of connectivity, enhancing our ability to stay linked across vast distances. It's like weaving an intricate web, connecting every corner of our planet and beyond. And finally, let's ponder the artistic potential of these extraordinary structures. Imagine an elevator cabin with transparent walls, allowing you to witness the breathtaking beauty of the cosmos as you ascend. It could become a new form of tourism, where travelers experience the awe of space directly. As if the universe itself becomes an art gallery, each star a masterpiece. As you reflect on these remarkable possibilities, let them lull you into a peaceful state. The universe, with its endless mysteries and opportunities, invites you to dream boldly. As you drift into sleep, wrapped in the warmth of these cosmic visions, remember that every great leap begins with a dreamer willing to look beyond the stars. Let me take you on another gentle journey through the wonders of space elevators and skyhooks. You might be curious to learn that the concept of a space elevator was first introduced in the late 19th century by a Russian scientist named Konstantin Tsiolkovsky. Inspired by the Eiffel Tower, he imagined a tower reaching all the way to geostationary orbit. Can you imagine the vision it took to dream of such heights before the age of rockets? Moving forward a century, did you know that carbon nanotubes are currently considered one of the most promising materials for constructing a space elevator? These tiny structures are incredibly strong and lightweight, perfect for supporting the colossal tether that would stretch into space. Imagine the engineering marvel of weaving these minute threads into a rope strong enough to defy Earth's gravity. Speaking of engineering, here's a fun fact. The base station of a space elevator is often envisioned as a floating platform on the ocean. This would allow the structure to drift slightly, absorbing the forces exerted by the spinning Earth. It's like giving the elevator a gentle cushion, swaying with the rhythm of the planet. And what about skyhooks? These are essentially rotating tethers that could capture spacecraft and fling them further into space without the need for additional fuel. Imagine it as a cosmic slingshot, harnessing momentum to propel explorers on their journey. A skyhook could drastically reduce the energy required to leave Earth's atmosphere, opening up new possibilities for space travel. Have you ever wondered about the environmental impact of launching rockets? Space elevators could significantly reduce this by offering a cleaner, more energy-efficient alternative to traditional rocket launches. By minimizing the need for chemical propellants, we could help preserve Earth's delicate atmosphere while reaching for the stars. Here's something that might capture your interest. A space elevator could also serve as a launch point for future space missions. By positioning payloads beyond the atmosphere at the top of the elevator, spacecraft could be deployed with far less energy. It's as if we're setting up a cosmic springboard, ready to catapult humanity further into the universe. Did you know that the top of a space elevator, located in geostationary orbit, could become a hub for research and observation? Scientists could conduct experiments in microgravity or monitor space weather from this lofty perch. Imagine the new frontiers of knowledge we'd unlock, peering deeper into the cosmos. And speaking of the cosmos, here's an intriguing thought. Space elevators could facilitate the construction of large space-based solar power stations. By transporting materials efficiently into orbit, we could harness the sun's energy on a scale unimaginable from Earth's surface. It's like tapping into a vast renewable energy source directly from space. Let's consider the potential for skyhooks on other planets. On Mars, for instance, a skyhook could be used to send and receive payloads with ease, taking advantage of the planet's lower gravity. Imagine the red planet becoming a bustling hub of interplanetary trade and exploration, with skyhooks acting as the gateway. Have you ever thought about how space elevators could transform tourism? A journey along a space elevator could offer a unique travel experience, with panoramic views of Earth slowly receding as travelers ascend. Picture the sensation of leaving the ground behind, witnessing the thin blue line of the atmosphere against the infinite black of space. Here's a delightful thought. Space elevators could potentially be used to launch interstellar probes. By positioning these probes at the top of the elevator, they could be slingshot into the solar system with additional velocity, embarking on ambitious missions to explore distant stars. It's like giving them a head start on their epic journey through the galaxy. And what about safety in space travel? Space elevators could allow for gradual acclimatization to the space environment, helping astronauts adjust to microgravity before venturing further into space. Imagine a training ground in orbit, where future explorers can prepare for the challenges of deep space missions. Let's not forget the role of skyhooks in reducing the time and cost of accessing space. With this technology, we could rapidly transport goods and materials to and from orbit, accelerating the pace of space development. It's like creating a cosmic conveyor belt, efficiently linking Earth with the vast expanses beyond. Finally, consider how these technologies could foster international cooperation. The construction and operation of space elevators and skyhooks would require collaboration among nations, pooling resources and expertise to create shared pathways to space. Imagine a new era of unity, where humanity works together to explore and protect our planetary home. As you ponder these possibilities, let the soothing thought of our collective journey into space guide you into a restful state. The dreams of tomorrow are being woven today, in the minds of those who dare to imagine the extraordinary. Isn't it fascinating to imagine that the concept of space elevators and skyhooks isn't just confined to Earth? In fact, some scientists envision a network of these structures extending from other celestial bodies, like the Moon. Did you know that the Moon's lower gravity makes it an ideal candidate for a space elevator? The materials required for the tether would not need to be as strong as those needed for an Earth-based elevator, making the concept more feasible. Just think about the potential for mining lunar resources and transporting them back to Earth with such ease. Speaking of resources, Let me share something intriguing with you. A space elevator could play a crucial role in asteroid mining by offering a cost-effective way to send mining equipment and return valuable materials. These elevators could open up a new frontier of resource acquisition. Imagine harnessing the wealth of materials like platinum and gold from asteroids, fundamentally altering our resource economy on Earth. Here's another surprising fact. The concept of a space elevator isn't just limited to tethers reaching into space. Some proposals suggest using a series of smaller lifts or mini-elevators positioned along the tether. These would carry materials and passengers to different altitudes, like a vertical highway with multiple exits. Picture a network of lifts, each offering a unique perspective of the Earth below as you ascend. And did you ever wonder about the potential economic impact of such innovations? Space elevators could drastically reduce the cost of sending materials into orbit. This would lower the barrier to entry for many space-based industries, potentially leading to a boom in space innovation. Envision a future where launching satellites, building space habitats, or even establishing lunar colonies becomes more commonplace and economically viable. Now, let's consider something remarkable regarding Skyhooks: their potential to revolutionize satellite deployment. Imagine a skyhook capturing a satellite from a launch vehicle and gently placing it into its desired orbit. This technology could enhance precision in satellite positioning, potentially reducing the time and energy needed for traditional orbital maneuvers. It's like placing a satellite with the accuracy of a master watchmaker setting a jewel. Have you ever thought about how skies full of floating platforms might look? The base stations for space elevators could become bustling hubs of activity, serving as gateways to the stars. These platforms might host research facilities, spaceports, and even tourist attractions, creating ecosystems of innovation above the Earth. Imagine looking up and seeing a shimmering point of light that represents humanity's reach into the cosmos. Here's something delightful to consider. The journey along a space elevator could become an artistic medium. Artists and architects might design the interior of elevator cabins to offer breathtaking visual experiences, blending technology with creativity. Picture a ride where each level reveals a new artistic tableau, offering travelers a visual symphony as they ascend to the heavens. And speaking of aesthetics, did you know that light pollution from traditional launches could be reduced with space elevators? By minimizing the number of rocket launches, we could preserve the night sky's natural beauty, allowing us to gaze upon the stars as our ancestors did. It's as if we're finding a way to honor the celestial wonders we long to explore. As we talk about exploration, consider this. Space elevators could facilitate the rapid deployment of emergency supplies in the event of a global catastrophe. In times of crisis, they could become lifelines, swiftly delivering aid to regions in need or supporting disaster recovery efforts. Imagine them as celestial bridges in times of uncertainty, offering hope and assistance from above. Here's a thought-provoking possibility. The advancement of space elevator technology could inspire a new generation of scientists and engineers. By capturing the imagination of young minds, these ideas could spark interest in studying science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, fostering innovation across the globe. Picture classrooms full of inspired students, and let's not overlook the potential for space elevators and skyhooks to assist in planetary defense. By providing a quick and efficient means of deploying spacecraft, we could enhance our ability to detect and mitigate potential asteroid impacts. Imagine these structures as part of a global network, watching over our planet and safeguarding it from extraterrestrial threats. Lastly, Take a moment to envision the symbolic significance of space elevators. They represent not only a physical ascent, but also a metaphorical one, our ongoing journey to reach new heights and explore the unknown. As humanity stretches its collective hand towards the stars, these elevators stand as monuments to our unyielding curiosity and determination. With all these possibilities in mind, it's easy to see how space elevators and skyhooks could transform our world and beyond. As you close your eyes, let the dream of humanity's ascent into the cosmos gently guide you into a deep, restful sleep, knowing that the future is full of wonder. Did you know that the idea of a space elevator isn't just a modern concept? The seeds of this visionary idea were planted over a century ago. In the late 19th century, a Russian scientist named Konstantin Tsiolkovsky imagined a tower reaching from Earth to the heavens. His inspiration came from the Eiffel Tower, which he saw as a symbol of human ingenuity and ambition. Can you imagine being inspired by a monument and dreaming of something even more monumental? Here's something else to ponder. The carbon nanotube, a material crucial to the construction of a space elevator, is one of the strongest materials known to science. A tether made from these nanotubes could withstand the immense tension required for such a structure. It's fascinating to think that within these minuscule structures lies the potential to support a grand staircase to the stars. Speaking of strength, did you know that even the most robust materials we currently have, like steel, are simply not strong enough to handle the stress of a space elevator tether on Earth? Consider this intriguing possibility. A space elevator could change the way we launch spacecraft altogether. Traditional rocket launches are costly and require massive amounts of fuel, but space elevators could provide a reusable and sustainable alternative. Imagine a world where launching a spacecraft becomes as routine as boarding a train, with costs and environmental impacts dramatically reduced. Have you ever wondered what kind of energy source such a colossal machine might require? The power needed to operate a space elevator could potentially come from solar energy. By utilizing solar panels or lasers beaming energy from the ground, we could harness the sun's power to propel our journeys skyward. Isn't it remarkable to envision the sun, our life-giving star, powering our voyages into space? Here's a notion that might surprise you. Constructing a space elevator could potentially aid in reducing space debris. With fewer conventional launches, the chances of creating additional debris decrease, and the elevator itself might play a role in capturing or redirecting existing debris. This could become part of a broader effort to clean up Earth's orbit and ensure safer space travel. Can you imagine a pathway to the stars that also tidies up the skies? Speaking of pathways, did you know that a space elevator could enable more diverse exploration of our solar system? By serving as a staging point for missions, it could allow spacecraft to launch from a point beyond Earth's atmosphere, conserving fuel and opening new routes to distant planets and moons. Imagine the increased potential for exploration and discovery with such a launch pad at our disposal. Let's delve into something a bit more speculative. Some scientists propose that a network of space elevators could eventually facilitate interplanetary travel. By creating a series of elevators on different celestial bodies, we might one day traverse the solar system with relative ease. Picture a future where traveling to Mars or the moons of Jupiter involves a series of smooth transitions from elevator to elevator. Isn't it exhilarating to think about the possibilities this could unlock? Now, here's an interesting thought. What if space elevators became cultural icons, much like how we view skyscrapers today? They could represent the pinnacle of human achievement and ingenuity, inspiring art, literature, and dreams across the globe. Imagine future generations looking up at these towering structures with the same awe and inspiration that the pyramids or the Great Wall of China evoke. Did you ever consider how space elevators might influence global cooperation? Building and maintaining such a structure would require collaboration on an unprecedented scale, potentially fostering international partnerships. Imagine countries coming together, sharing knowledge and resources to build these bridges to the stars. It could be a testament to our ability to work together towards common, lofty goals. Here's another captivating prospect. Space elevators could revolutionize space tourism. By making access to space more affordable and routine, more people might have the opportunity to experience the wonders of space firsthand. Imagine looking down at Earth from above, feeling the thrill of weightlessness, and witnessing the curve of our planet from the comfort of a space elevator cabin. Have you ever thought about the role space elevators could play in environmental monitoring? These structures could host advanced sensors and observational equipment, providing unparalleled access to data about Earth's climate and ecosystems. Imagine the insights we could gain from such a vantage point, leading to more informed environmental policies and actions. Speaking of monitoring, did you know that space elevators could also enhance telecommunications? These towering structures could support communication satellites and other technologies, improving connectivity around the globe. Imagine a world where even the most remote areas have access to reliable communication, bridging gaps and bringing people closer together. And here's a whimsical yet thoughtful idea. Some envision using space elevators to carry musical or cultural performances into space. Imagine an orchestra performing a symphony in a zero-gravity environment, or a theatre troupe bringing Shakespeare to the stars. It's a testament to our creativity and desire to bring our culture with us as we venture into the cosmos. As these ideas swirl in your mind, let them guide you into a peaceful slumber, dreaming of the extraordinary futures that might unfold as humanity reaches for the stars. The night sky is full of potential, just waiting for us to climb toward it, one gentle step at a time. Imagine, if you will, a future where space elevators are not only practical, but a common fixture in our everyday lives. Did you ever consider that such a structure could transform our understanding of gravity itself? By observing and experimenting with gravitational forces along the elevator's length, scientists could gain invaluable insights into the mysteries of this universal force. Speaking of universal forces, did you know that space elevators could also facilitate the study of dark matter and dark energy? By positioning telescopes and sensors on these towering structures, researchers might be able to detect and analyze these elusive substances more effectively than ever before. It's as if the universe is offering us a stepping stone to uncover its most profound secrets. Now, let's talk about the potential for space elevators to revolutionize agriculture. Picture greenhouses suspended in space, harnessing sunlight unobstructed by Earth's atmosphere, offering ideal conditions for growth. This could lead to new methods of food production, feeding growing populations with efficiency and sustainability. It's an intriguing possibility that could alter how we think about farming on our planet. And here's a futuristic notion. What if space elevators became central hubs for manufacturing? In a microgravity environment, certain materials and products could be developed that are impossible to create on Earth. This could lead to advancements in technology and materials science, pushing the boundaries of what we can achieve. Imagine inventions born from this unique environment, products and designs that we haven't even yet conceived. In the realm of health and medicine, space elevators might open new avenues for research. With the ability to conduct experiments in varying gravity conditions, scientists could study the effects of weightlessness on the human body more thoroughly. This could lead to breakthroughs in understanding diseases, such as osteoporosis or muscle degeneration. The knowledge gained could revolutionize medical treatments and improve our quality of life. Thinking about the vastness of space, have you ever wondered how we might harness resources beyond our planet? Space elevators could serve as gateways to asteroid mining, allowing us to access valuable materials locked within these celestial bodies. This could provide an abundance of resources, from metals to water, potentially alleviating resource shortages and driving economic growth. The idea of mining asteroids from the comfort of a space elevator is both mind-boggling and exhilarating. Let's turn our gaze to the stars. Space elevators could play a critical role in propelling deep space missions. By launching from a point high above Earth's atmosphere, spacecraft could conserve energy and take advantage of different trajectories, reaching distant destinations more efficiently. Picture spacecraft setting off on interstellar journeys, using space elevators as their launch pads into the great unknown. Have you ever pondered the concept of planetary defense? Space elevators could contribute to our ability to detect and intercept asteroids or comets on collision courses with Earth. With advanced monitoring systems and the capability to launch interventions quickly, these structures might protect our planet from potential cosmic threats. It's a comforting thought having a sentinel watching over us from above. Considering the environmental impact of such grand structures, isn't it fascinating that space elevators could actually help mitigate climate change? By reducing the need for rocket launches, which release significant amounts of greenhouse gases, these elevators could lower our carbon footprint. Additionally, by enabling renewable energy technologies in space, they could further contribute to a more sustainable future. In a world increasingly reliant on digital data, space elevators might become pivotal in expanding data transmission capabilities. Imagine data flowing seamlessly between Earth and space, enabling faster and more reliable internet connections. This could support everything from global communications to scientific research, enhancing our ability to share and access information. Envision a space elevator as a beacon of inspiration for future generations. Just as the moon landing ignited the imaginations of millions, these structures could inspire young minds to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. By looking up to these monumental achievements, children might dream of becoming the next pioneers of space exploration. Did you ever think about the possibility of space elevators becoming museums or educational centers? By hosting exhibits on their platforms, they could provide unique educational experiences, offering breathtaking views of our planet while learning about the wonders of space and technology. It's a novel approach to education, combining the beauty of nature with the excitement of discovery. Lastly, let's entertain a playful thought. What if space elevators became venues for sports or recreational activities? Imagine playing a zero-gravity version of basketball or floating in a pool high above the Earth. These unique experiences could offer entertainment and relaxation while challenging our ideas of leisure and recreation. It's a reminder of the boundless creativity that space elevators could inspire. As you ponder these possibilities, let your imagination drift through the cosmos, exploring the potential futures that await us among the stars. The universe is vast, and with the aid of space elevators, we may one day find ourselves reaching out to touch its distant edges. The night is serene, and as you close your eyes, picture the gentle ascent into the unknown, where the sky is not the limit, but just the beginning. Have you ever considered how space elevators might influence tourism? Imagine the possibility of traveling into space as effortlessly as taking an elevator up a skyscraper. With the breathtaking views of our blue planet below and the star-studded expanse above, such a trip could redefine luxury travel and open the cosmos to everyday explorers. You might find yourself gazing out at the vastness of space, experiencing a sense of wonder and adventure that was once reserved for astronauts. Speaking of adventure, let me share an interesting thought about communication. Space elevators could revolutionize our methods of transmitting signals across the globe. With a stable platform far above the Earth, they could serve as highly efficient relay stations for global communications, enhancing everything from satellite TV to emergency response systems. This could potentially make our world more connected than ever before, allowing for seamless interaction across continents. And here's another fascinating angle. Have you ever thought about the potential for scientific collaborations facilitated by space elevators? These structures could host international research stations where scientists from around the world come together to work on joint projects in the unique environment of space. This kind of cooperation could lead to breakthroughs that benefit all of humanity, fostering a spirit of unity and shared progress. Let me take you on a different path for a moment. Picture space elevators as instruments for monitoring Earth's climate and weather patterns. With advanced sensors positioned high above, they could provide real-time data and early warnings for natural disasters like hurricanes or typhoons. This enhanced ability to predict and respond to environmental changes could save countless lives and help us better understand our planet's complex systems. Did you know that space elevators might also play a role in facilitating human settlement on other planets? By providing a reliable means of transporting materials and equipment into space, they could support the construction of colonies on the Moon or Mars. This could mark the beginning of humanity's journey to become a multiplanetary species, expanding our presence beyond Earth and ensuring the survival of our civilization in the face of planetary challenges. And here's a thought that might surprise you. What if space elevators became cultural landmarks? Much like the Eiffel Tower or the Great Wall of China, these towering structures could become symbols of human achievement and ingenuity. They might attract visitors from all corners of the globe, each eager to experience the wonder of standing on a platform that stretches into the heavens. Speaking of cultural impact, consider how space elevators could influence art and creativity. Artists might find new muses in the vistas and experiences these structures provide. Imagine paintings inspired by the view from a space elevator, or sculptures that capture the elegance of their design. This infusion of space-related themes into art could enrich our cultural landscape, inspiring future generations to explore the unknown. Now, let's delve into another intriguing possibility: the use of space elevators for energy generation. By integrating solar panels along their length, they could harness sunlight in a way that is more efficient than anything achievable on Earth. This clean, renewable energy source could power both the elevator itself and other systems, contributing to a greener, more sustainable future. Have you ever pondered the logistical challenges of constructing a space elevator? The materials required must be incredibly strong and lightweight, such as carbon nanotubes, which are still in development. Overcoming these engineering hurdles could lead to advancements in materials science, with applications that benefit industries beyond space travel, from construction to electronics. Consider this: space elevators could provide unique opportunities for space-based manufacturing, allowing industries to produce goods in orbit. This could lead to innovations in pharmaceuticals where microgravity conditions enable the creation of purer, more effective medicines. The possibilities for advancements in healthcare and technology are vast, limited only by our imagination and ingenuity. And here's another aspect to consider. The environmental benefits of space elevators extend beyond reducing emissions. By providing easier access to space, they could facilitate the deployment of space-based solar power systems, capturing solar energy and beaming it back to Earth. This could offer a steady source of clean energy, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and helping combat climate change. Let's turn our attention to the realm of astronomy. Space elevators could serve as platforms for telescopes and observational equipment, providing clear, uninterrupted views of the cosmos. With these tools, astronomers might uncover new celestial phenomena or gain insights into the formation of galaxies, enhancing our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Finally, imagine the potential for educational outreach that space elevators could offer. Schools and universities might set up programs allowing students to visit these marvels, experiencing firsthand the wonders of space and science. Such experiences could ignite a passion for learning and discovery, inspiring future generations to pursue careers in fields that advance human knowledge and exploration. As you reflect on these surprising possibilities, let your mind wander through the stars, contemplating the myriad ways space elevators and skyhooks could shape our future. The universe is filled with potential, and with each new idea we take another step closer to unlocking its mysteries. Sleep well, and dream of the endless horizons that await us in the vast and wondrous expanse of space. Let me take you higher, perhaps even above the clouds, to explore the intriguing notion of skyhooks. While space elevators reach from Earth's surface into space, skyhooks start in orbit and extend down towards the planet. Isn't that a fascinating reversal? Unlike space elevators, skyhooks wouldn't need to be anchored to the Earth. They could be used to catch payloads and help lift them into higher orbits, saving significant amounts of energy and cost in the process. Imagine the efficiency of launching cargo into space with a gentle orbital catch and release system. Now, think about the mind-boggling speed at which a space elevator's cable would rotate through space. Despite their seemingly stationary nature from Earth's surface, a geostationary orbit, they would move at thousands of kilometers per hour to match the rotation of the Earth. This incredible velocity allows them to stay in sync with the planet, making them appear motionless to an observer on the ground. Can you imagine standing beneath such a monumental structure, watching the skyhook silently slicing through the sky at unimaginable speeds? Speaking of monumental, consider the sheer height of a space elevator. It could potentially stretch up to 100,000 kilometers into the sky. That's nearly a quarter of the distance to the moon. The idea of constructing something this colossal challenges our current engineering capabilities, but also inspires awe at the potential of human innovation. What wonders could we achieve with such a towering beacon of exploration? Here's an exciting thought. Skyhooks could drastically reduce the fuel needed for space missions. By serving as intermediary platforms, they could allow spacecraft to transfer their momentum more efficiently, significantly lowering the energy needed to reach deep space destinations. This could make interplanetary travel more accessible and cost-effective, opening new frontiers for exploration and discovery. But let's not stop there. Have you ever considered the role of skyhooks in scientific research? Positioned at high altitudes or in orbit, they could serve as platforms for experiments that require long periods in microgravity. Scientists could study the effects of weightlessness on biological processes over extended durations, yielding insights into human health and longevity in space. Such research could be crucial as we venture further into the cosmos and consider long-term space habitation. Picture how Skyhooks might even transform space tourism. By offering a more economical way to reach orbit, they could make the dream of space travel a reality for more people than ever before. Imagine gliding up the length of a skyhook, witnessing the curvature of the Earth and the vastness of the universe from a vantage point few have experienced. What stories and experiences might emerge from such journeys? Moreover, let's explore how space elevators and skyhooks could aid in planetary defense. By providing quick access to space, they could facilitate the deployment of systems designed to detect and deflect potentially hazardous asteroids. This proactive approach could safeguard our planet against celestial threats, ensuring the continued survival of life on Earth. Now, consider the potential for skyhooks to support the development of space infrastructure. They could serve as hubs for constructing and maintaining satellites, telescopes, and even space stations. With easy access to these orbital platforms, we could enhance our capabilities in space, leading to groundbreaking advancements in technology and exploration. Have you ever pondered the artistic inspiration that might arise from such awe-inspiring structures? Artists might capture the elegance and majesty of skyhooks in their work, creating pieces that reflect the beauty and mystery of space. Their creations could inspire others to dream of what lies beyond our world, fostering a deeper appreciation for the universe and our place within it. In a different light, think about the environmental advantages of skyhooks and space elevators. By reducing the need for rocket launches, they could significantly decrease the amount of pollution and debris left in orbit. This cleaner approach to accessing space would contribute to a more sustainable future, preserving the space environment for generations to come. Finally, let's imagine the educational possibilities offered by these towering structures. They could provide unique opportunities for students and educators to engage with space science and engineering. By participating in programs or visiting these sites, young minds could see firsthand the wonders of space exploration, sparking curiosity and inspiring future innovations. As you drift into dreamland, allow your imagination to soar alongside these incredible concepts of space elevators and skyhooks. Picture them as bridges to the stars, gateways to the unknown, and symbols of our boundless curiosity and potential. Rest easy, knowing that the universe is ripe with possibilities, waiting for us to uncover its secrets and embrace the adventures that lie ahead. Imagine the challenge of constructing a space elevator. Did you know that the cable material must be incredibly strong to withstand its own weight and the forces it would encounter? Scientists believe that carbon nanotubes or other advanced nanomaterials could one day provide the necessary strength-to-weight ratio. This truly pushes the limits of our materials science, doesn't it? Here's a thought-provoking aspect. A space elevator would need a counterweight positioned in space to maintain balance. This counterweight could be a large asteroid or a purpose-built structure. Isn't it fascinating to think about capturing an asteroid for such a purpose? Speaking of balance, the space elevator's cable would need to be perfectly taut and vertical. Even minor deviations could lead to catastrophic failure. This precision engineering task is akin to threading a needle that stretches from Earth into space, a testament to human ingenuity. Consider this. Space elevators might not just be limited to Earth. They could also be constructed on the Moon or Mars, where their lower gravity would make the engineering challenges more manageable. Can you imagine lunar or Martian space elevators as stepping stones to explore deeper into the solar system? And speaking of new frontiers, the potential economic impact of space elevators could be transformative. By significantly reducing the cost of sending materials and people into orbit, they could make space-based industries like solar power harvesting or asteroid mining more viable. This shift might even spark a new space-age economy. Now, let's ponder how space elevators could revolutionize global communications. By hosting satellites or antennae at different points along the elevator, we could enhance the reach and reliability of communication networks around the world. This could lead to a more interconnected global society. Wouldn't that be something? Interestingly, Skyhooks offer their own unique set of possibilities. Unlike the stationary nature of space elevators, Skyhooks could orbit the Earth at various altitudes and inclinations, providing flexible access points for different missions. This adaptability could prove invaluable for diverse space endeavors. Let's delve into the environmental potential of Skyhooks. By capturing satellites and returning them to Earth, they could help mitigate the growing problem of space debris. This innovative approach to managing our orbit could preserve space for future generations, ensuring we remain custodians of the celestial environment. Here's a curious idea. Skyhooks could act as launch platforms for interstellar probes. By providing a significant boost in velocity, they could help propel spacecraft on journeys to distant stars, potentially shortening travel times and expanding our reach into the cosmos. Have you ever thought about the cultural impact of these technologies? The construction and operation of space elevators and skyhooks could become symbols of international collaboration. Countries might come together to share resources and expertise, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose in the pursuit of exploration. Imagine the artistic possibilities with skyhooks. Their graceful arcs and dynamic movements through space could inspire new forms of art and architecture, igniting creativity and innovation. Artists and architects might draw inspiration from these cosmic structures, blending science and art in extraordinary ways. In terms of education, space elevators and skyhooks could serve as living laboratories for students worldwide. Imagine classrooms equipped with virtual reality experiences, allowing students to explore these structures and learn about physics, engineering, and space science in an immersive and engaging manner. Consider the potential for space elevators to support humanitarian efforts. By providing rapid and cost-effective access to space, they could facilitate global monitoring systems for natural disasters, aiding in early warning and response strategies. This capability could save lives and mitigate the impacts of climate-related events. Speaking of climate, it's intriguing to think about how these technologies might contribute to combating climate change. Skyhooks and space elevators could support the deployment of space-based solar power systems, offering a clean and abundant energy source for Earth. This could be a game-changer in our quest for sustainable energy solutions. And finally, ponder the legal and ethical dimensions of space elevators and skyhooks. Their development raises important questions about ownership, governance, and access. The international community would need to establish frameworks to ensure these technologies benefit all of humanity, promoting equity and peace in space exploration. As you drift further into relaxation, let your mind wander through the myriad possibilities that skyhooks and space elevators represent. These innovations are not just feats of engineering, but also gateways to new realms of knowledge, cooperation, and understanding. Rest easy, knowing that our exploration of the universe is just beginning, with endless opportunities waiting to be discovered. Speaking of the marvel of space elevators, let's consider their potential role in creating zero-gravity environments. By strategically positioning sections of the elevator at various altitudes, We could establish zones with reduced gravity for scientific experiments, providing unique research opportunities that are currently only possible in space stations. Imagine scientists having extended access to such environments without even leaving Earth. Did you ever wonder how long a journey to the stars using a space elevator might take? It's fascinating to think that reaching geostationary orbit via a space elevator could take several days, as it would move at a steady, slow pace to ensure safety and stability. This leisurely trip would offer passengers a truly unique experience, watching the Earth transition from a blue, sprawling globe to a distant, delicate sphere beneath them. Imagine the potential of space elevators in agriculture. With access to space at a reduced cost, we could explore growing crops in controlled, low-gravity environments. This experimentation could lead to breakthroughs in sustainable farming techniques both on Earth and in space settlements. It's a curious blend of agriculture and astronautics, don't you think? Here's an intriguing thought. What if space elevators could facilitate the construction of enormous structures in space? With materials transported at a fraction of the current cost, we could build large-scale habitats or even space stations, expanding our presence beyond Earth. These structures could serve as waypoints for interplanetary exploration or refuges for future space travelers. The concept of Skyhooks introduces its own set of imaginative possibilities. These dynamic structures could potentially help with capturing and recycling space debris, a growing concern for our orbital environment. By intercepting debris and transporting it back to Earth for reuse, Skyhooks could play a crucial role in maintaining the safety and sustainability of space activities. Have you ever considered the psychological impacts on those traveling via space elevators? The gradual ascent from Earth into space might offer a more gentle transition compared to the abruptness of current rocket launches. This could ease anxiety and provide a more serene experience for those venturing into the stars for the first time. Think about the cultural shifts that might arise from regular space elevator travel. Just as air travel expanded our horizons and perspectives, space elevators could foster a new era of cultural exchange and understanding. People from all walks of life might find themselves traveling to space, sharing experiences and stories that transcend borders and bring humanity closer together. Speaking of artistic inspiration, the very idea of a space elevator or skyhook could spark new forms of storytelling. Writers, filmmakers, and artists might explore narratives centered around these astounding structures, creating rich, imaginative tales that captivate and inspire future generations. Can you imagine the novels, films, and art that would stem from such wondrous origins? Here's something to ponder. The development of skyhooks and space elevators could accelerate technological advancements in other fields. The demand for advanced materials and precision engineering might drive innovations in manufacturing, robotics, and computing, benefiting industries beyond space exploration. This ripple effect could lead to breakthroughs we haven't yet imagined. The idea of using skyhooks for planetary defense is another captivating concept. By deploying skyhooks equipped with sensors and technology to monitor near-Earth objects, we could enhance our ability to detect and respond to potential threats from space, bolstering our defenses against asteroids and comets. Consider the environmental benefits of these technologies. By offering a more energy-efficient method of reaching orbit, space elevators and skyhooks could reduce our reliance on rocket launches, which consume vast amounts of fuel and produce significant emissions. This shift might contribute to a cleaner and more sustainable approach to space exploration. Imagine the potential for collaboration on a global scale. Constructing and maintaining these monumental structures would require the cooperation of international experts and organizations, fostering partnerships that transcend national boundaries. This spirit of collaboration could promote peace and unity as we work together for the common good of all Earth's inhabitants. The educational opportunities are indeed vast. The construction and operation of space elevators and skyhooks could inspire new generations of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Educational institutions might develop specialized programs to prepare students for careers in this emerging field, nurturing the minds that will push the boundaries of what's possible. Lastly, let's think about the philosophical questions these technologies might raise. As we extend our reach into space, how will our understanding of our place in the universe evolve? Will we develop new philosophies and worldviews that reflect our expanded horizons and the interconnectedness of all life? These are the kinds of profound reflections that might accompany our journey to the stars. Let your mind float on these gentle currents of thought as we continue to ponder the infinite possibilities that space elevators and skyhooks bring to our world. As you drift further into relaxation, remember that each idea and innovation is a stepping stone toward a brighter, more connected future. In this twilight between wakefulness and dreams, feel the warmth of curiosity and wonder envelop you, guiding you ever onward into the cosmic unknown. Let me share something intriguing with you. The concept of a space elevator isn't as futuristic as it might seem. In fact, the idea was first proposed over a century ago by the Russian scientist Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, inspired by the sight of the Eiffel Tower. He envisioned a tower reaching up into the heavens, laying the groundwork for what we now dream of building. Isn't it fascinating how inspiration can come from the most unexpected places? Speaking of unexpected, did you know that the materials needed for constructing a space elevator are already being developed? Scientists are working on carbon nanotubes and other advanced materials that are incredibly strong yet lightweight. These materials could one day make the construction of a space elevator feasible. Imagine the thrill of holding a piece of the future in your hands, a tangible link to a structure that could redefine how we interact with space. Here's a surprising thought. Space elevators might not be limited to Earth alone. Other celestial bodies, like the Moon or Mars, could also host their own elevators. The lower gravity on these bodies makes the construction even more plausible. As we expand our reach into the solar system, these elevators could become vital for transporting resources and people, turning barren landscapes into bustling hubs of activity. Have you ever considered the silent symphony of a space elevator's operation? Unlike rockets, which roar into the sky with thunderous force, a space elevator would ascend quietly, offering passengers a serene journey to orbit. This gentle motion could create a peaceful, almost meditative experience as passengers watch the Earth gradually recede below them. Now, let's imagine the cultural and artistic expressions inspired by these colossal structures. Artists might create breathtaking visual pieces capturing the elegance and grandeur of space elevators. Musicians could compose symphonies that echo the gentle ascent into space, while poets might find new metaphors in the ribbons connecting Earth to the cosmos. Such creativity could enrich our cultural tapestry, offering new ways to understand and appreciate our place in the universe. Here's something to marvel at. The economic impact of constructing a space elevator could be monumental. The project would likely require a vast workforce, creating jobs and stimulating industries in engineering, manufacturing, and more. This economic ripple effect could lead to prosperity and innovation that extend well beyond the immediate realm of space technology. Did you know that space elevators could make space tourism more accessible to the general public? By reducing the cost and complexity of reaching orbit, these structures could open the doors to a new era of travel where space vacations become a reality for many. Picture yourself looking out at the boundless cosmos from the comfort of your very own room with a view of eternity. On a more technical note, the energy requirements for a space elevator are surprisingly efficient. Powered by solar panels or other renewable sources, the elevator could operate with minimal environmental impact. This sustainable approach aligns with the growing global emphasis on preserving our planet while exploring beyond it. Here's an intriguing vision. Space elevators could transform the way we conduct scientific research. By providing a stable platform for observations and experiments, these structures could enable new discoveries in fields ranging from astronomy to biology. Scientists might study cosmic phenomena in unprecedented detail or explore how life adapts to low-gravity environments, pushing the boundaries of our knowledge. Have you ever thought about how space elevators might influence global politics? As nations collaborate on these ambitious projects, new alliances could be forged, fostering a sense of shared purpose and mutual understanding. This cooperation might lead to a more peaceful world, united by the common goal of exploring and preserving the wonders of our universe. Here's a curious notion. The psychological impact of space elevator travel could be profound. Travelers might experience a sense of awe and wonder as they rise above the Earth, gaining a new perspective on life and our planet. This shift in viewpoint could inspire a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of all things, nurturing a more harmonious relationship with our environment and each other. And here's something to ponder. The development of space elevators could revolutionize telecommunications. By providing a stable platform above the atmosphere, these structures could support advanced communication networks, enhancing global connectivity and information exchange. Imagine a world where information flows freely, bridging gaps and bringing people closer together. As we drift towards a gentle conclusion, let your mind wander through the possibilities of the future. The dreams of space elevators and skyhooks are not just about reaching the stars. They are about transforming our world and our understanding of it. They invite us to imagine, create, and explore, igniting the spark of curiosity that resides within us all. Allow yourself to be carried on this journey as we continue to explore the endless wonders of the cosmos together. Let your curiosity guide you as we explore the engineering marvels of space elevators and skyhooks. Did you know that the concept of a skyhook, a close relative of the space elevator, involves a rotating tether in orbit that can catch a spacecraft and fling it into a higher trajectory? This ingenious technique could drastically reduce the need for rocket fuel, making space travel more sustainable and cost-effective. Consider this. Space elevators could redefine how we approach satellite deployment. Rather than the explosive force of a rocket launch, satellites could be gently transported to their designated orbits, minimizing the risk of damage and extending their operational lifespan. This could lead to more reliable and long-lasting satellite networks, enhancing everything from global communications to weather forecasting. There's a whimsical aspect to the idea of space elevators. They could become tourist attractions in their own right. Imagine an elevator ride to the heavens, where sightseers could enjoy breathtaking views of Earth and the stars beyond. This unique experience might inspire a new generation of explorers and dreamers, kindling a lasting fascination with the cosmos. Switching gears slightly, have you ever thought about the environmental benefits of space elevators? By reducing our reliance on traditional rocket launchers, which can be harsh on the atmosphere, these structures could help lessen our impact on the environment. This is an exciting prospect for those who are passionate about space exploration, yet mindful of our planet's well-being. Here's a fascinating insight. The potential for mining in space could be significantly enhanced by space elevators and skyhooks. These structures might facilitate the transportation of minerals and other resources from asteroids or the Moon back to Earth. Such a development could usher in a new era of industry, with space resources supplementing or even replacing some terrestrial needs. On a more personal note, imagine the potential for space elevators to inspire future generations. Children growing up with these colossal structures as part of their reality might dream even bigger, imagining new ways to explore and understand the universe. Their future could be filled with possibilities that we are only beginning to grasp. Did you know that the design of a space elevator takes into account the dynamic forces at play? The tether must withstand not only its own weight, but also the forces exerted by Earth's rotation and the pull of gravity. Engineers ponder over these challenges, turning theoretical models into practical solutions, inching ever closer to making this dream a reality. Speaking of engineering wonders, Skyhooks offer another intriguing possibility: mid-air refueling for spacecraft. This method could allow for longer missions without the need to return to Earth for refueling, opening the door to more extended and ambitious explorations of our solar system and beyond. Here's something that might surprise you. Space elevators could act as lifelines during emergencies. They might offer a means to evacuate people or deliver supplies to and from space habitats, especially in times of crisis where traditional means of transport are compromised. This could significantly enhance the safety and resilience of space missions and habitats. Have you considered the artistic potential of space elevators? These monumental constructions could serve as canvases for artists around the world, reflecting the beauty of human ingenuity and creativity. The towers themselves, stretching skyward, may become symbols of our aspiration and unity, inspiring people for generations to come. There's an intriguing economic aspect to consider. The development of space elevators could drive advancements in material science. This endeavor requires materials that are not only incredibly strong, but also lightweight and durable. The breakthroughs in this field could have far-reaching applications beyond space travel, influencing industries here on Earth. Imagine the potential for interplanetary commerce facilitated by space elevators and skyhooks. These structures could streamline the transport of goods between planets, opening up new markets and opportunities for trade. Such advancements might bring the once distant dream of a bustling interplanetary economy closer to reality. Here's a thought to ponder. The presence of space elevators could foster a sense of global unity. These projects of unprecedented scale would require international collaboration, bringing together the brightest minds and resources from around the world. As we reach for the stars together, we might find ourselves more connected and cooperative here on Earth. And consider the potential for space elevators to change our perception of distance. As travel to orbit becomes more routine and accessible, the space between Earth and the stars might feel less vast, nurturing a sense of closeness with the cosmos. This shift in perception could inspire new philosophies and worldviews, enriching our cultural and intellectual landscapes. Finally, think about the role that space elevators and skyhooks could play in our quest to understand the universe. By providing stable platforms for telescopes and other scientific instruments, these structures could offer unparalleled opportunities for observation and research, helping us unravel the mysteries of our universe with unprecedented clarity. As we drift deeper into this imaginative journey, let your thoughts wander through the possibilities. The potential of space elevators and skyhooks extends beyond mere technological advancement. They represent a bridge to a future where the boundaries between Earth and space are seamlessly intertwined. Let your dreams take flight as we continue to explore the wonders above and the possibilities they hold for us all. Imagine for a moment the tantalizing concept of space elevators serving as conduits for energy. Did you know they could potentially harness solar power collected in space and transmit it back to Earth? This could revolutionize our approach to sustainable energy, offering a virtually limitless supply that could help meet the ever-growing demands of our planet. Picture the impact on global energy distribution, with renewable power beamed down from above, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and decreasing carbon emissions. Speaking of innovative uses, think about how space elevators could aid in space debris management. With thousands of pieces of debris orbiting Earth, these structures might provide an efficient way to capture and remove dangerous fragments, thereby mitigating the risks they pose to satellites and manned missions. This cleanup effort could pave the way for a safer and more navigable orbital environment, allowing space activities to flourish. Here's an intriguing thought. Space elevators could play a crucial role in developing extraterrestrial agriculture. By facilitating the transport of soil, seeds, and equipment to space habitats, they might help establish farming operations on the Moon or Mars. This leap in agricultural capability could support long-term colonization efforts, enabling humans to thrive in distant environments by growing their own food. Have you ever considered the educational potential of space elevators? These structures could serve as extraordinary learning centers, where students and researchers alike could study space and its effects firsthand. Imagine classrooms suspended in orbit, offering unparalleled opportunities for scientific exploration and experimentation. This immersive learning experience could inspire future generations of scientists and engineers, sparking a lifelong passion for exploration. Here's another compelling aspect: the psychological impact of space elevators on humans. The experience of traveling into space in such a serene and gradual manner could help alleviate the stress and fear often associated with rocket launches. This gentle transition into the cosmos might encourage more people to venture beyond Earth, fostering a greater appreciation for our planet and the universe at large. Consider the potential for space elevators to act as data highways. By creating a direct line from Earth to space, they could facilitate the transfer of vast amounts of information with unprecedented speed and efficiency. This could revolutionize communication networks, enabling real-time connectivity between distant locations and enhancing global data-sharing capabilities. Here's a visionary idea: space elevators as platforms for cultural exchange. Imagine them as meeting points where people from diverse backgrounds come together to share ideas, art, and traditions. These structures could become symbols of unity and cooperation, fostering peace and understanding among nations as we collectively reach for the stars. Thinking about the engineering marvels involved in space elevators, consider the technological advancements they could drive in robotics. The construction and maintenance of such a massive structure would likely require sophisticated robotic systems capable of operating in challenging environments. These innovations might extend far beyond space elevators, influencing industries such as manufacturing, healthcare, and disaster response. And here's something to ponder: the impact of space elevators on space tourism. By offering a more accessible and affordable means of reaching orbit, they could open the cosmos to a broader audience. This democratization of space travel might inspire a surge of interest in the exploration and appreciation of our solar system, fostering a new era of discovery and adventure. Imagine how space elevators could influence our understanding of gravity. By providing a stable environment where gravity can be gradually adjusted, they might offer unique conditions for scientific research. Experiments conducted in these settings could deepen our knowledge of gravitational effects on biological and physical processes, leading to breakthroughs in medicine, physics, and beyond. Here's a surprising connection. Space elevators might contribute to advancements in nanotechnology. The need for incredibly strong and lightweight materials to construct these structures could spur new discoveries in the field of nanomaterials, with applications ranging from electronics to medicine. These breakthroughs might change the way we build, heal, and interact with the world around us. Have you ever thought about the artistic interactions that space elevators could inspire? Artists might be drawn to create works that reflect the awe-inspiring nature of these structures, using them as muses for music, literature, and visual arts. This interplay between technology and creativity could enrich our cultural landscape, offering new ways to interpret and understand our place in the universe. Imagine the potential for space elevators to transform disaster response strategies. In the wake of natural or man-made catastrophes, these structures could provide a rapid means of delivering supplies and aid to affected areas, bypassing congested or damaged infrastructure. This swift response capability could save lives and mitigate the impact of disasters, demonstrating the profound humanitarian benefits of space elevators. Finally, consider the influence of space elevators on our collective imagination. By transforming the once fantastical notion of reaching the stars into a tangible reality, they might inspire us to dream even bigger, catalyzing new ideas and innovations that shape the future of human civilization. As we continue our gentle ascent toward the cosmos, let your mind wander through these possibilities and allow the wonder of space exploration to soothe you into a restful slumber. Did you know that space elevators could drastically reduce the environmental impact of launching materials into space? Traditional rocket launches release significant amounts of greenhouse gases and other pollutants into the atmosphere. In contrast, the energy used to power a space elevator would be much cleaner, potentially utilizing renewable sources like solar or wind energy. Imagine a future where our journey to space leaves a minimal carbon footprint. Speaking of clean energy, consider the potential of space elevators to harness solar power directly from space. By positioning solar panels along the ribbon of a space elevator, we could capture sunlight without the interference of Earth's atmosphere, which diminishes its intensity. This direct access could provide an almost limitless supply of clean energy, transmitted back to Earth to power our cities and industries. Here's a fascinating thought. The concept of a space elevator is not entirely new. As early as the 1890s, Russian scientist Konstantin Tsiolkovsky dreamt of a celestial castle connected to the Earth by a tower. Inspired by the Eiffel Tower, his vision laid the groundwork for the space elevator concept we explore today. Isn't it incredible how ideas from over a century ago can still inspire our future developments? Imagine the impact of space elevators on global trade. They could significantly lower the cost of transporting goods to orbit, opening new markets and economic opportunities. With reduced launch costs, businesses could afford to send materials and products into space more frequently. This could lead to innovations we can't yet imagine, born from the unique conditions of space. Did you ever consider how space elevators might change our understanding of time? By allowing longer, sustained periods in space, they could help us study the effects of microgravity over extended durations, offering insights into the biological aging process. Such research could lead to breakthroughs in health and longevity, deepening our knowledge of human physiology and potentially leading to age-defying treatments. The idea of a skyhook might sound like something from a science fiction novel, but it is a real concept with fascinating possibilities. A skyhook is essentially a rotating tether that extends into Earth's atmosphere, allowing spacecraft to latch on and be slung into higher orbits or deeper space. The rotational energy of the skyhook could vastly reduce the amount of fuel needed for spacecraft, making space travel more efficient and sustainable. Imagine the artistic possibilities within a skyhook system. Traveling along a tether that stretches into the sky could inspire breathtaking works of art, capturing the imagination of creatives worldwide. Picture sculptors and painters drawing inspiration from the elegant arcs and curves of these structures, creating masterpieces that symbolize humanity's aspirations to transcend our earthly limits. Here's an intriguing notion. Space elevators could serve as a platform for interstellar communication. By stationing communication devices in geostationary orbit along the elevator, we could establish a direct line for deep space signals, enhancing our ability to receive and analyze data from faraway spacecraft and celestial bodies. This direct communication line could bridge the gap between Earth and the cosmos, bringing us closer to the mysteries of the universe. Consider the psychological effects of using a space elevator to reach orbit. The slow, steady ascent would offer passengers time to adjust to the changing environment, potentially reducing the disorientation and stress associated with rapid rocket launches. This could make space travel more accessible to a wider range of people, including those who might not otherwise consider venturing beyond our planet. Imagine the role of space elevators in advancing agriculture beyond Earth. By transporting essential materials like water, soil, and nutrients to orbital or lunar farms, they could facilitate the growth of crops in space. This possibility opens doors to sustainable food production in extraterrestrial environments, supporting long-term missions and enabling human settlement on other planets. Space elevators could also revolutionize our approach to space exploration itself. With a cost-effective means of reaching orbit, we could send probes and equipment to explore other planets and moons more frequently. This increased exploration could uncover new resources, phenomena, and potentially even signs of life, expanding our understanding of the solar system and beyond. Did you know that the materials needed for space elevators have already sparked advancements in nanotechnology? The quest for ultra-strong, lightweight materials has led to the development of carbon nanotubes and other innovative materials. These advances not only bring us closer to building a functional space elevator, but also have applications in numerous other fields. Consider the potential of space elevators to act as platforms for global collaboration. By inviting nations to participate in their construction and use, these structures could serve as beacons of international cooperation. Imagine scientists, engineers, and visionaries from around the world coming together to share knowledge and resources, united by the common goal of reaching for the stars. And here's a thought-provoking idea. Space elevators could change the way we perceive distance and geography. With a direct link to space, concepts like borders and territories might begin to fade, replaced by a broader perspective of our place in the universe. This shift in perception could foster a sense of global unity, encouraging us to work together to solve challenges that transcend national boundaries. Finally, consider the symbolic significance of space elevators. They represent humanity's enduring quest to reach beyond our earthly confines and explore the unknown. As we stand on the brink of this technological achievement, let the wonder of what lies beyond our planet inspire you to dream bigger, to imagine a future where the stars are within our grasp, and to find comfort in the limitless possibilities of the cosmos. Allow these musings to gently guide you into a peaceful night's rest as you ponder the magnificent journey that awaits us among the stars. Let me share something intriguing with you about space elevators and skyhooks. These concepts, while seemingly futuristic, have ancient roots. The idea of a tether extending into the sky echoes myths from various cultures, where civilizations imagined ladders or trees that connected Earth to the heavens. It's fascinating how our ancestors' dreams align with modern scientific pursuits. Speaking of connections, did you know that a space elevator could revolutionize how we harness solar energy? By positioning solar panels along the length of the elevator, we could capture abundant solar power in space and transmit it back to Earth, providing a clean and sustainable energy source. Imagine, if you will, the potential for educational opportunities that space elevators might offer. A journey from the surface to space could become a classroom like no other, where students observe the gradual transition from atmosphere to vacuum. This hands-on learning experience could inspire the next generation of scientists and explorers. It's a captivating thought, isn't it? Here's another interesting point. The concept of a space elevator might significantly influence architecture and engineering on Earth. The technologies and materials developed for constructing a space elevator could lead to advances in building taller, more resilient structures, transforming city skylines, and improving urban living. Have you considered the security implications of space elevators? By providing a stable platform for satellite deployment, they could enhance global communication networks and increase our ability to monitor and respond to natural disasters. This capability could improve humanitarian efforts, offering timely assistance to affected areas. It's a reassuring possibility to hold on to. Speaking of humanitarian efforts, space elevators could play a crucial role in mitigating space debris. By allowing for efficient transportation of waste materials back to Earth or to disposal orbits, they could help manage the increasing clutter in our celestial neighborhood. This would safeguard future space missions and protect valuable satellites from potential collisions. Imagine the potential for space tourism with space elevators. They promise a gentler ascent to the stars, making the wonders of space accessible to more people. This could lead to a new era of space travel, where ordinary individuals can experience the breathtaking views of Earth from above. Such experiences could foster a deep appreciation for our planet and inspire greater efforts to protect it. Here's a delightful idea. Space elevators might bring about new forms of entertainment. With their unique vantage points and slow ascent, they could host theatrical performances or concerts in orbit, offering a truly out-of-this-world experience. These events could blend art and science, captivating audiences worldwide. Did you know that space elevators could also transform our approach to scientific research? By facilitating easier access to space, they could enable more frequent and diverse experiments, leading to breakthroughs in fields like materials science, biology, and physics. The possibilities for discovery are as vast as the universe itself. Consider the environmental impact of space elevators. By reducing the need for traditional rocket launches, they could significantly cut down on emissions and environmental damage associated with space travel. This sustainable approach aligns with the growing global emphasis on protecting our planet. Here's something to ponder. Space elevators could influence our cultural narratives as they become part of our reality. They might inspire new stories, myths, and legends that capture the human spirit's desire to explore and connect with the cosmos. These tales could enrich our cultural tapestry and remind us of our shared aspirations. Imagine the role of space elevators in promoting global unity. By serving as international collaborative projects, they could foster a sense of shared destiny among nations, encouraging cooperation and peace. This spirit of collaboration could extend beyond the construction and use of space elevators, influencing other global challenges we face. Speaking of challenges, the development of space elevators presents us with an opportunity to redefine our technological limits. Overcoming the engineering hurdles involved could lead to advancements that benefit numerous industries on Earth, pushing the boundaries of what we believe is possible. Consider the potential for space elevators to inspire a new wave of technological innovation. The challenges they present will require creative solutions, driving advances in fields like robotics, automation, and artificial intelligence. These developments could improve life on Earth, enhancing productivity and quality of life. Have you ever thought about the psychological impact of using a space elevator? The serene ascent through the atmosphere might offer moments of introspection, allowing passengers to reflect on their place in the universe. This unique perspective could lead to a profound sense of connection with all life on Earth and beyond. Finally, let's reflect on the philosophical significance of space elevators. They symbolize humanity's enduring curiosity and determination to reach for the stars. As we edge closer to realizing these dreams, may we find inspiration in the unknown and let our imaginations soar to new heights. Allow these reflections to ease your mind as you drift into a restful sleep, filled with dreams of the celestial wonders that await us. Embrace the gentle journey into a peaceful slumber, cradled by the possibilities of a future where space is not a distant frontier, but an accessible part of our shared existence. Did you know that the idea of a space elevator has been around for quite some time? It was first introduced in 1895 by a Russian scientist named Konstantin Tsiolkovsky. He was inspired by the Eiffel Tower and imagined a tower reaching all the way into space. Picture that, a structure so tall it touches the stars. While his vision was initially more of a fanciful thought, it laid the groundwork for future explorations into this concept. Here's something surprising. A material known as carbon nanotubes is considered one of the most promising candidates for the construction of a space elevator's tether. These nanotubes are incredibly strong and lightweight, capable of supporting the immense length required to reach from the Earth's surface to geostationary orbit. Their strength is such that they could significantly outperform steel in certain applications, but their production on a large scale remains a challenge. Imagine a thread of material so thin yet powerful, holding the weight of a structure reaching 36,000 kilometers into the sky. Speaking of materials, did you know that a space elevator could potentially be built on the Moon before Earth? The Moon's lower gravity means that the tether doesn't need to be as strong as one on Earth, making it a more feasible starting point. This lunar space elevator could facilitate the transport of resources from the Moon's surface to orbit, perhaps even reducing the cost of space exploration and colonization. Imagine the Moon becoming a hub of activity, a stepping stone to the rest of the solar system. And here's an intriguing thought. Space elevators could change the way we perceive time. As you travel upwards on a space elevator, the acceleration due to Earth's gravity would gradually decrease, leading to interesting effects on time perception and biological processes. Can you imagine spending a day on a space elevator and experiencing time just a little differently? These subtle shifts could provide insights into how humans might adapt to extended space travel. Speaking of changes, Did you know that skyhooks and space elevators could revolutionize our approach to asteroid mining? With these technologies, we could more easily access and transport valuable resources from asteroids back to Earth. This could lead to a new era of abundance, where rare materials become readily available for use in technology and industry. Consider the possibilities if we were able to harness the resources of the asteroids that orbit our planet. Here's a fascinating fact. The use of space elevators could potentially lead to new methods of space agriculture. With easier access to orbit, we could establish agricultural stations in space, using solar energy to grow crops in a controlled environment. These space farms could support long-duration space missions and even contribute to food supply on Earth. Imagine fresh produce grown in the vacuum of space, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Did you know that the concept of space elevators might influence future transportation on Earth? The technologies developed for space elevators could lead to breakthroughs in maglev or hyperloop systems, providing faster and more efficient travel across our planet. These advancements might transform how we think about distance and connectivity, bringing people and places closer together in the blink of an eye. Here's something that might surprise you. The magnetic forces required to stabilize a space elevator could also be used to generate electricity. By harnessing the motion of the elevator along the tether, energy could be captured and converted into electricity, offering an additional benefit to this innovative technology. This dual-purpose system could further enhance the sustainable aspects of space elevator projects. Speaking of sustainability, space elevators could provide a new way to combat climate change. With a more efficient means of accessing space, we could deploy solar reflectors or other geoengineering technologies to help manage Earth's climate. Imagine using space-based solutions to address environmental challenges, creating a more harmonious relationship with our planet. And here's a delightful notion. Space elevators might one day serve as channels for artistic expression. Artists could utilize the unique environment and perspectives offered by space elevators to create masterpieces that blend science and art. Imagine a gallery in the sky where the universe serves as both canvas and backdrop, inspiring creativity in ways we have yet to discover. Have you ever considered the implications for health and medicine? The microgravity environment of space elevators could provide a new frontier for medical research, offering insights into human physiology and the effects of space travel on the body. This knowledge could lead to innovations in medical treatments and therapies, improving healthcare both in space and on Earth. And finally, did you know that space elevators and skyhooks could play a role in shaping our future economy? By reducing the cost of accessing space, these technologies could stimulate new industries and markets, leading to economic growth and job creation. Imagine a world where space-related industries are a significant part of the global economy, driving innovation and prosperity. As we ponder the possibilities, let these thoughts gently lead you into a peaceful slumber, where the dreams of tomorrow's innovations mingle with the stars above. Rest well, knowing that the future holds endless potential, shaped by our curiosity and ambition to reach beyond the skies. Let me share something intriguing. The concept of space elevators and skyhooks might one day expand our understanding of international cooperation. Building such a colossal structure would require collaboration among numerous countries, each contributing their unique expertise and resources. This could foster a new era of global unity, where nations work together towards a common goal of reaching the stars. Imagine a world where the barriers between countries are bridged by the shared dream of space exploration. Speaking of barriers, Did you know that space elevators could potentially alter our approach to satellite deployment? With the ability to transport payloads into orbit more efficiently, we could see a significant reduction in the risk associated with launching satellites. This would not only lower costs, but also enhance the reliability and safety of satellite networks, providing more robust communication and data services across the globe. Here's a fascinating thought. The establishment of space elevators could lead to the development of new cultural narratives and stories. As humans begin to routinely travel to space, our collective imagination would be enriched by the experiences and perspectives gained from these journeys. Picture the tales of adventure and discovery that could emerge, weaving new threads into the tapestry of human history. Have you ever pondered the idea of tourism in space? With the advent of space elevators, the dream of visiting space could become more accessible to people from all walks of life. Imagine taking a leisurely ride up a space elevator, gazing at the Earth below as you ascend into the cosmos. This could transform space travel from an exclusive endeavor into a more inclusive experience, sparking wonder and inspiration in countless individuals. Now, consider the potential impact on technology. The innovations required to build and operate space elevators could trickle down into everyday life, leading to advancements in materials science, engineering, and energy systems. This ripple effect could enhance the quality of life on Earth, bringing cutting-edge technologies to a wider audience and spurring further innovation. Here's another intriguing possibility. Space elevators might enable us to explore the concept of artificial gravity. By varying the speed at which the elevator ascends, it might be possible to simulate different gravitational forces. This could provide invaluable data for scientists studying the effects of gravity on human biology, helping us to better prepare for long-term habitation in space. Have you heard about the potential for space elevators to serve as educational platforms? They could offer unparalleled opportunities for research and learning, with students and scientists alike gaining first-hand experience of space environments. This would not only inspire the next generation of explorers, but also cultivate a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. Speaking of education, the construction and operation of space elevators could create new disciplines and fields of study. From space architecture to orbital logistics, these emerging areas of expertise could redefine the landscape of education, encouraging interdisciplinary collaboration and innovation. Now, let's explore the notion of space elevators as a tool for planetary defense. By facilitating the rapid deployment of spacecraft, these structures could play a crucial role in protecting Earth from potential asteroid impacts. Imagine a network of space elevators around the planet, each ready to launch missions that could alter the course of a threatening asteroid, safeguarding our world from harm. Here's something to ponder. The existence of space elevators could fundamentally change how we view our planet. As more people travel to space and gain a broader perspective of Earth, we might develop a greater appreciation for our home and a stronger commitment to its preservation. This shift in mindset could inspire global efforts to address environmental challenges and promote sustainable living. And here's a delightful idea. Space elevators could become venues for unique cultural events. Imagine hosting concerts, art exhibitions, or even sporting events in the microgravity environment of a space elevator. Such experiences could blend entertainment with education, offering participants a glimpse into the wonders of space while celebrating human creativity. Have you considered the implications for resource management? With space elevators providing efficient access to orbit, we could explore new methods of recycling and waste disposal. Imagine using space-based facilities to process and repurpose materials, reducing the strain on Earth's resources and promoting a more circular economy. Let's not forget the potential for space elevators to serve as beacons of hope. In a world facing numerous challenges, the successful completion of such a monumental project could inspire confidence in our ability to overcome obstacles and achieve the extraordinary. It would stand as a testament to human ingenuity and determination, a symbol of what we can accomplish when we dream big. Here's a heartwarming notion. As space elevators become a reality, they could foster a sense of wonder and curiosity in future generations. Children growing up in a world where space travel is commonplace might see the stars as their destination, inspiring them to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Imagine a future where the explorers, scientists, and innovators of tomorrow are motivated by the possibilities offered by space elevators. As we wrap up this gentle exploration of space elevators and skyhooks, let these thoughts guide you into a restful sleep. Envision a world where these marvels of engineering transform our relationship with space, opening new frontiers for exploration and discovery. Dream sweetly of the endless potential that awaits us among the stars, nurtured by our shared ambition to reach beyond the skies.